What's up guys, it's Aiden here, live from Hollywood Hills in beautiful Los Angeles. This is the third stop in our USA trip and it has been stellar so far. This week has been absolutely crazy for myself as a tourist and also a content creator. I've had the opportunity to link with several hip-hop artists and producers and see some amazing hip-hop performances as well. Experiences I'm super keen to share with you guys over the next few videos, so stay tuned for that. Today's video will be a remake of a mega hit, Just Wanna Rock by Lil Uzi Vert. However, this remake is going to be on a bigger scale than I've ever done before. So what's different about this one? Not only have I come through with a breakdown of the original song, but I've also had the opportunity to work with the producer of the original song as well, Synthetic from Internet Money Records. An interview that will provide you guys with greater insight into how to produce a track like this and working as a producer in the current hip-hop landscape. And for the first time ever, given the sheer size of this remake, I wanted to drop two different videos. One is going to be the remake of the song, the other one is going to be the interview with Synthetic from Internet Money Records inside of Internet Money Records. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be an absolute banger. Let's get into it. This is how you remake Just Wanna Rock by Lil Uzi Vert. Just Wanna Rock was produced by Synthetic and MCVertt, and I'll be making the FLP for my remake free in the description below for everyone. Massive thanks to Synthetic for helping us out with the remake today. I can't believe we went to Internet Money Studios to talk with them. That was an incredible experience for me. So this instrumental was relatively simple as far as the number of sounds that we used. Although working with Synthetic and seeing how he produces for Yeet and Uzi Vert, you can see that he modifies these synths heavily to make them sound exactly how he wants. So my first big takeaway with seeing how Synthetic works is quality of your sounds over quantity of your sounds. For these types of beats, you can use a lot less sounds and make those sounds as good as possible instead of continually layering on more and more sounds until it sounds good instrumentally. And apart from that, he works incredibly fast, like way faster than me. So to remake Just Wanna Rock and learn how to do these beats yourself, you're gonna need to know three different things for this song. First one is the synths, second one is the 808, and third one is the drums. So let's start off with the synths. Now, before the interview, I remade this song myself, and it was interesting to see the differences between the presets that I used and the presets that he used. I first up opened up Omnisphere and I used the classic PWM polysynth preset. I turned off oscillator B and I brought up the attack on oscillator A. As you can hear, that synth wasn't identical to the original song, but it was on the right track because this preset is based off the Jupiter 8 synth, whereas in the original song, Synthetic opened up the Jupiter 8 synth directly. That's definitely something I'm going to take away from my own beats. If I'm going for synthy sounds now, I'm more likely to open up a VST based on the synth, where I have full control over it, versus one in Omnisphere, where I only have minimal control over the sound. And he used the Morning Dew preset, which he modified quite a bit actually. One of the main things he did was he brought up the cutoff and the resonance, which is going to make the synth more prominent in the mix. And especially as a melody, it makes sense to have more high end in the synth. For effects, we're adding Chorus Tune 6, which is a preset that Synthetic is currently using a lot in his own beats. And that's going to sound like this. Then we're coming into preset number 2, which is a really recognizable synth from the original song. That's going to sound like this. Once again, this preset was made on Jupiter. We're using the bells and strings preset. And if you want to learn how to make chord progressions like this, we'll be talking with Synthetic about how he makes beats for Yeet and Uzi Vert in the next video, showing his exact process of how he makes beats. And for effects, once again, we're adding some more chorus. So it's going to sound like this so far. This is another preset that Synthetic added to the original sample, which is going to sound like this. And this preset was added from Juno 6. It's the Thrill Seeker preset. This preset was used in the outro of the song, but through the majority of the song, they only used two different presets. This tells me how simple your beats need to be as far as sound layering to get a placement, because they only used two different synth sounds throughout the entire song, and that gives plenty of room to the artist. But when we come to the outro of this song, for example, when it's more instrumentally based, they've layered multiple synths. So if you're trying to make your beats more rappable, less is more, which in this song, I'd say the vocals were definitely the main focus of this beat. But for more instrumentally based parts of the song, or if you're just uploading instrumentals, you can layer more synths to make it sound as good as possible. Just want to take a quick break to thank the sponsor of this video, Cymatics. Without them, this trip wouldn't have been possible, and we wouldn't have been able to meet with Synthetic and get you guys the most accurate remake I can possibly do. They've put together an amazing deal for my audience, 7 packs for $7. So with this deal, you get access to 7 unreleased sample packs, and all of these samples are 100% royalty free, so you can use these as much as you want in your own beats. So you're getting access to their 808 collection, their drum kit, drum loops, Foley percussion, hi-hat loops, percussion loops, and hi-hat MIDI. So it's essentially everything you're going to need as a drum programmer, even just for someone who's trying to expand their collection. These are all incredible for helping your tracks stand out, and it would take like 2 seconds. Anyway, thanks to Cymatics for sponsoring this video. You can check out their incredible deal in the description below, as well as the free FLP. Next up, we have the drums. Let's start off with the kick sample. As far as I can tell, the original kick sample that was used in this song is going to sound like this. And as you can see, we've shortened down the length. So originally it's going to have more of a tail. But if we compare that to the original song, it matches perfectly with the waveforms, but the kick is going for too long. So we're just going to be shortening down the length. So now it's going to sound like this. And that kick's going to play this pattern, which is pretty different for a Lil Uzi Vert type song. Instead, it reminds me more of Drake's Sticky from Honestly Nevermind. It's going to sound like this. I think this kick pattern is one of the reasons why Just Wanna Rock is different from the rest of Uzi Vert's catalog, and that's going to sound like this in the mix. Then on top of that, we're adding a snap. And as you can see, we're not playing it at C, we're bringing it down by 1 semitone, which is going to sound like this. So once again, the drums were very simple. We only have 2 different drums playing, but both these sounds were modified exactly for this instrumental. So as far as getting placements goes, it's important to use as much as you need to make the beat as good as possible, but giving as much room as you possibly can to the artist to rap over the top. Then finally, we have the 808, which I'm not sure if we have the exact 808 sample, but a lot of 808s sound very similar to this, because if we look at the audio from the original song, you can see that the 808 highly resembles a sine wave, which a lot of 808s do. It doesn't have a very distinct sound like the Spins 808 or the overused 808. So I'm not sure if this is the exact 808 that was used, but it's basically indistinguishable from the 808 in the original song. And the 808 plays along with the kick, so that's going to sound like this. So this 808 plays the same pattern as the kick, but as you can see, I've added some slide notes, which adds a volume automation. I'm not sure if this was done in the mastering process or in the beat making process, but if we pull up the original song again, you can see the 808 plays normally here, then you can see some fades at this point and this point. So that's what I've done here. And as far as a reason why they did this, I'd say it's good to have points where the 808 is not playing, so it chops it up instead of having this constant 808 sound playing throughout the entire song. It's nice to have points where it's coming in and out. So that's it for the instrumental. This is the final result. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that absolute banger and look forward to more absolute bangers coming up. That's what this channel's become at this point, just an absolute banger machine. Stay tuned for the next part of this series with Synthetic from Internet Money. The recording will be inside of Internet Money Records, so definitely don't miss out for that video. Gonna be some really good content for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys next time.